Hi, my name is Samantha Doucette, and over the years, I have done a lot of research on the Holocaust. And one aspect that I have really grasped onto is teaching the Holocaust in schools. My last year working on my bachelor's, I was an intern at the Birmingham Holocaust Educational Center here in Alabama. And while there, I had the privilege to assist with their teacher workshop where teachers from around the state came and got sources and materials to bring back to their classrooms so they could better teach the Holocaust. From that experience, I have been a huge advocate for teaching the Holocaust, and for this week one discussion, I researched Holocaust education in American school systems. I investigated why the Holocaust should be taught more in schools and how states are managing having the Holocaust as an educator requirement. There are currently 20 states that have a mandate that requires schools to teach their students about the Holocaust and just genocide in general. The remaining 31 states have no requirement, and only a few just encourage the Holocaust to be taught, but there's no requirement. In 2001, the most recent mandate has been passed in 4 states, and these states were Arkansas, Wisconsin, Arizona, and Massachusetts. The Holocaust Memorial Museum's website is a great reference to see which states require this education. And there's also links to individual states' mandates that have been passed that you can go read. A dissertation by Simone Schuber discusses the history of the Holocaust being taught and that it did not pick up momentum until about the mid to late 70s. And as time has gone on, there is becoming a better understanding of why the Holocaust should be taught and how it can benefit society. Now, just the mission is getting all these other states to have a mandate and make Holocaust education a requirement in their school systems. One of the major discussions I see across my research is why the Holocaust should be taught in schools, and that is because it teaches students about morality and humanity. This is discussed and researched by a dissertation by Ryan Abbott. By teaching students the Holocaust, it helps develop their morals and values. In a journal written by David Frolick, he too agrees that Holocaust education helps build morality in students. Quoted from David Frolick, educators, survivors, and caring people want future generations to learn the consequences of moral indifference. Frolick brings attention to another point that is highly debated, and that is teaching the Holocaust as its own entity and not lumping it together with the war itself. The Holocaust was such a large scale event that it needs its separate attention, and by giving the Holocaust its own history, it demonstrates the fight against racism and anti Semitism that we see a lot of in society today. In 2020, the Never Again Education Act was passed to preserve the memory of the Holocaust and allow the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum to support Holocaust education. This act presents a perspective on the Holocaust rooted in a historical approach concerned with maintaining the significance and distinctiveness of the murders of the Jews, though recognizing the difference in scope, intent, and method. And that was quoted from Ryan Abbott's dissertation. To conclude, Holocaust education is not where it needs to be in the United States, but we are seeing an incline with states mandating Holocaust education. With the Never Again Education Act, the Holocaust Memorial Museum offers many tools and programs for teachers to better equip themselves so they can offer a solid curriculum. Thank you.